Hello everybody and welcome back. Welcome back. Hopefully you're all doing well. We're looking at question number 4 on the 2017 MMC Manitoba Math Contest. For A, suppose a rectangular sheet of paper, when folded in half and cut along the fold, forms two smaller sheets of paper with the same ratio of length to width as the original sheet. Find the ratio of length to width. Okay. So what's a picture of what's going on here with 4? So we've got a sheet of paper, and it already has a ratio length to width. We fold it in half and cut along the fold, and this produces 2 sheets of paper. Now they'll have one of the dimensions still this width here, and then they'll have L over 2. So obviously the ratio here being L over W, it can't be the same this way. But what it can be is that now W is the longer one. So our picture is not really doing it justice, but now it's W over L over 2, and that these are equal. Okay? It's the same ratio. And if that's the case, well, I can simplify W over half the length to 2W over the length. And now that's equal to L over W. Multiply both sides by L times W, and we'll get L squared over here is 2W squared. And so that tells me, since they're both positive, length is root 2 times width. But then the length over the width here must be root 2 width over width. And the ratio is root 2. You could express it as root 2 over 1 or root 2 to 1, although since people, like humans, are reading and marking this, as long as it's clearly labeled and you have like a nice little therefore statement, you know, the ratio of length to width is root 2, you'll be fine. Okay. You don't have to write it as root 2 over 1 or root 2 colon 1. You know, this information along with the explanation is perfectly fine. So we'll flip the page because we still have a B part to do in question 4 here. If the original sheet of paper described above has an area of 1 meter squared, we call it an A0 sheet of paper. Okay. It can be folded in half and cut to form 2 A1 sheets. These can be folded in half and cut to form A2 sheets. Okay, A2 sheets. Continuing this process, we generate A3 sheets, fold the A2 sheets in half and cut to form the A3 sheets, and then A4 sheets. The A4 sheet of paper is the standard office paper used in most countries. Okay, so actually that's kind of neat. They taught us something here. Why is it when I go to print that I have to select A4 paper to get my usual 8.5 by 11 inch paper? Because this is how we make A4 paper. And that's why it's A4. Cool. I like that. I like that a lot. It's nifty when we get to learn things like that. Alright, so that's this line here is just a fun fact. The A4 sheet of paper has dimensions 2 to the A meters by 2 to the B meters. Okay, find A and B. Alright. So, from A, we see that L is root 2W. Now the area is 1, but the area would be L times W, so that's going to be root 2 W squared is equal to 1. Or W squared is 1 over root 2. Okay. And that's going to be 1 over 2 to the 1/2, which is 2 to the negative 1/2. And when we square root both sides, we get W is 2 to the negative 1/4. And L is 2 to the 1/2 times W. So that's going to be also 2 to the 1/4, and W is 2 to the negative 1/4. Okay. Now, also from A, the dimensions of the paper sheets stay in the same √2 ratio each time the process, which is, fold and cut, is done. So the A1 papers also have the same ratio. Now, the A0 paper, 2 A1 sheets. Each of those is cut in half, so we get 4 A2 sheets. And you could say because it's cut in half. And then each of these is cut in half, we get 8 A3 sheets. And finally, we get 16 A4 sheets. Okay. Actually, I wonder if that's true. I know they said A4, that's how it's made. I got my calculator. I'm not going to use it to do any calculations. Indeed, I won't need to in a moment. But I just wonder, 8.5 by 11, 8.5 times the square root of 2 is 12.02, which is not 11. Or is it 8 by 11.5? 8 times root 2, 11.3. Okay, that's a little more believable. Interesting. So 8 by 11.5 sheets of paper really do have this 1 to √2 sort of ratio. Okay, anyway, back to the question. So we have these 16 A4 sheets, but they all came from this original A0. So we have the same ratio, and actually I realized I didn't need to work any of this out. I just sort of need to start my question here. The dimensions are the same. We're going to get 16 of these A4 sheets of paper. So, I don't know, let P and Q be the dimensions. Actually, no, they tell us the dimensions. It's 2 to the A, 2 to the B. So, flip to in the next page. So, 1 meter squared is 16 times the area of the A4 sheets, which is 16 times 2 to the A meters times 2 to the B meters. And 2 to the A, we'll say that's the bigger one. Right? Yeah, we want A and B. So we'll say that the 2 to the A is the bigger one. So it's going to be √2 times 2 to the B. Well, that's 2 to the 1/2 times 2 to the B. So A is 1/2 plus B. And so 1 meter is 16 times √2. So 2 to the 1/2, 2 to the B, 2 to the B. This part here is 2 to the A. So 1 times 1 equals 2 to the 4, and then 2b plus 1/2. So that tells me 2b plus 1/2 is 2 to the negative 4, and so 2b plus 1/2 is a negative 4. And then 2b is equal to negative 4 minus 1/2, so that's negative 8/2 minus 1/2, negative 9/2. So b is a negative 9/4, and a is b plus 1/2, so that'd be b plus negative 9/4 plus 2/4, which would be negative 7/4. So there's B and there's A. Okay. Not bad at all. We had to do what? We had to figure out how many A4 sheets. We had to make the observation that the ratio stays the same during the whole process, which was crucial. We had to rely on 4a there. And yeah, those were the two components there, and negative 9/4 and negative 7/4. Now I wonder, again, I'm going to bust out the calculator, not to do anything with the question. Calculators aren't allowed, but if I do 2 to the negative 2 to the power of negative 7/4 meters is 0.29 meters. Okay, how do I convert from meters? So that'd be 29.7 centimeters, and to convert that to inches, we divide by 2.54, I think it is. 11.7 something. Yeah, so we're sort of in the ballpark. Anyway, yeah, that's all there is for that question. I just wanted to investigate because I like that that's the definition of the office supply A4 paper. Anyway, that's question 4. We got question 5 coming up, so I will see you for that in the next video.